Morning, afternoon, or evening, everyone. Welcome to This Week Astrology for the week of June 12th to June 18th, 2023. Hello, 𝐀𝐻 nice to see you. Happy Monday to you. So we have quite the week ahead, folks. We're going to talk all about it. Today is Monday, the 12th, and we are under our waning moon cycle. From our Sagittarius full moon that we had last week, you can check your horoscope. Written horoscopes are in the description, as well as the Tarotscope video for your full moon in Sagittarius, our strawberry moon that we had last week. So check that out if you have not already. So this week is our last waning moon cycle week, right? So it's all about introspection and closure, closing things up. Focus on releasing and letting go. We want to declutter our physical and mental spaces so we have plenty of space for that Gemini new moon this weekend. Good morning, Shinn. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining me today. So our planetary ruler on Monday, as always, is the moon. So this is the most sensitive, porous, vulnerable day of the week. So be sure to double down on your self-care and also nurture your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is always listening. So say sweet nothings to your subconscious mind. Hello, Gayla. Nice to see you. Hello, Danny. Nice to see you. Yes, we're going to have a great week. Oh, you were cluttering? See, you're so aligned. Yep, we want to make plenty of space for our new moon, which we're going to talk about the new moon this weekend. Today, though, we want to embrace Aries moon's energy by initiating projects, being decisive, and boldly expressing ourselves. It's a day for action, courage, and pioneering new paths. So that should be a lot of fun. And it's a very fertile day with 12 being the number for today, being the 12th of June. So 12 symbolizes completion and the cycle of experience. Its themes include learning, independence, cooperation, and 6 is creative, expressive, and whole. I don't know why I have 6 there. 6 is creative, expressive, and whole. Well, I guess you could say that 12 is creative, expressive, and whole. Yeah. In any case, it's a very fertile number. If you want to tap into the numerology of 12, well, think of the number 3 and as well as the number 12 in the tarot. Number 3 in the tarot is, of course, the Empress, right? So it's very, 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 very fertile. It's very fertile indeed. So keep that in mind. Happy Monday, ally. Nice to see you. 6 is half of 12. Yes, Shinn. Thank you. Yes, it certainly is. So maybe we'll have double the creativity, expression, and wholeness today. That could be good. That could be great. And plus, it's Red Rose Day. A rose by any other name is not the same. Today, we celebrate the timeless beauty and symbol of love. Share a red rose today and let its vibrant petals convey your heartfelt emotions. That might be nice. Maybe give somebody a rose. That could be great. Great way to celebrate Red Rose Day, or buy yourself a rose. Spirit loves those sweet smells, so that could be good. And then on Tuesday, the 13th, well, of course, we're still under our waning moon cycle. So what is love flows, what is not goes. And action-oriented Mars rules Tuesday. That makes Tuesday ideal for anything that requires extra courage, drive, and initiative. You can get a lot done under Mars's day, and this is doubly so. We have double Mars energy until 2:31 p.m. East on Tuesday. The moon will be in Aries until that time, and then 2:31 p.m. East, Luna enters Taurus. So for your Aries moon early in the day, you might want to take initiative and start new projects. For your Taurus moon after 2:31 p.m. East, slow down and focus on enjoying your sensory pleasures. If you got a rose for Red Rose Day, well, you can tap into your senses with that for sure. That could be great. Good morning, Jamie. Nice to see you. Need 6 roses. Yes, at least 6. Good morning to you. Definitely get yourself a rose. And 13 tomorrow on Tuesday is a potent number symbolizing transformation and change. It represents death, rebirth, regeneration, and the potential for fresh starts. So definitely tap into the energy of 13. It'll help you with your Sagittarius waning moon energy. Also, on this day, June 13th, 1971, the New York Times published the Pentagon Papers, which affected the legacies of 4 presidential administrations and catalyzed Watergate. This was a big deal. This is Daniel Ellsberg in the picture. Here he's speaking to reporters outside the courthouse in LA, where he was on trial in 1973 for leaking classified documents. He faced a potential 115-year sentence, this Daniel Ellsberg, for leaking classified information. No surprise that he was a fiery, fearless Aries. April 7th, 1931 was when he was born in Chicago. And yeah, let his fighting spirit inspire you today. And a little bit about the Pentagon Papers for a refresher or some new knowledge if you didn't know. The Pentagon Papers was a classified study on U.S. involvement in the Vietnam War. It aimed to provide objective analysis of U.S. policy and decision-making. The Pentagon Papers revealed secret escalation of military involvement and government doubts about entering the war. As we said, it was leaked by Daniel Ellsberg to the press on June 13th, 1971. The result of the publication of the Pentagon Papers was public uproar and opposition to the war. Legal battle ensued, and the Supreme Court upheld freedom of the press. Yay, Daniel! Daniel didn't have to go to jail for 115 years. And the Pentagon Papers shaped public opinion, and it eroded support for the Vietnam War, and also contributed to its U.S. withdrawal from Vietnam. So yeah, enjoy the freedom that we have now that we have those Pentagon Papers. Thank goodness we have freedom of the press. Thank God we get freedom of the press. Whistleblowers still don't have as much legal safety as they are supposed to get. True, I'm sure that's very true. In any case, we can celebrate Daniel for having the guts to risk his life in jail. And on Wednesday, we have our waning moon cycle still. Our last days of our waning moon cycle, so we're letting go of things that do not feel good. It's all about pivoting, right? If you have a negative thought, do what you can to pivot and make some space for your new moon in Gemini this weekend. The day's planetary ruler on Wednesday is Mercury, of course, the planet of communication. You may want to pad your schedule with some extra wiggle room, as you never know what might come up out of the blue on Mercury's day. It's a good day to multitask or juggle multiple priorities with that Mercury energy, especially with the sun in Gemini. On Wednesday, the moon will be in Taurus. Taurus keywords include stable, patient, practical, reliable, persistent, sensual, indulgent, determined, loyal, stubborn, comfort-seeking, grounded, and appreciative. And remember, Jupiter is now in Taurus. So if we want to gain in terms of Jupiter, and that's all about abundance and luck and expansion and growth, because Jupiter's in Taurus, we want to embody and imbue Taurian energy. So think about how you can be more stable, patient, practical, reliable, etc. And you will be rewarded. Jupiter will reward you for sure. Oh, you're letting poems go into the world through your Substack? Well, that's a perfect use of your Sagittarius waning moon for sure. Also on Wednesday, of course, it's number 14, the 14th of June. 14 represents freedom, independence, self-determination. It's about exploration, adaptability, and the desire for change and variety. And as if that was not enough, on Wednesday, well, it is Strawberry Shortcake Day. And how perfect is this that we have Strawberry Shortcake Day under the waning moon cycle, when the moon was full in Sagittarius and it was a strawberry moon. So celebrate peak strawberry season now, folks. Enjoy fresh strawberries on a biscuit or sponge cake for a delightful, refreshing summer treat. The strawberries are awesome now. So if you're into strawberries and you don't like them throughout the rest of the year when they're all crummy and awful looking, well, I think you're going to be pleased with the strawberries they have at the markets. So get yourself some strawberries. I certainly did. In fact, there's some magical uses of strawberries. So under our waning moon cycle, when the moon is going from full to new, it's a waning moon. The moon is decreasing in energy, so you want to also let go of things. So you can use strawberries now to remove blocks, right? So in terms of love spells with strawberries, it's usually for attracting and enhancing romantic relationships. But if you're under a waning moon cycle, you can eat strawberries and say, okay, I'm removing blocks to love. I'm removing blocks to my romantic relationships, or removing blocks to romance in your life. Healing and protection. Strawberries are said to aid in recovery, and they also ward off negativity. And that is doubly so because they have vitamin C, right? So you can have some strawberries and get your vitamin C. Strawberries are also said to help in divination. They can help you provide insights into the future, so you can eat them with the intentions of being more intuitive. Also, strawberries symbolize fertility and abundance. So you can be more fruitful and prosperous with strawberries. And under your waning moon cycle, you're removing any blocks to prosperity and abundance. And under our new moon cycle, which starts this weekend, you can be eating your strawberries to attract fertility, abundance, prosperity, etc. That could be awesome. Additionally, on Thursday, the 15th of June, well, of course, we're under our waning moon cycle, so we're letting things go, and it's the luckiest day of the week. Thursday, Jupiter, planet of luck and abundance, rules the day. It's time to think big and to doubt our limits, to make moves, to expand and grow. And this is doubly so because, remember, we're under our waning moon cycle, and the full moon was in Sagittarius. So it's very, very lucky. It's all about expansion and growth and moving beyond your stretch, right? Definitely aspiration. There's a lot of really cool things that they actually say about aspiration, and how when you're just being ambitious, that doesn't really help you as much as being aspirational and ambitious. So keep that in mind. What are you aspiring to? Additionally, on Thursday, we have our moon in Taurus until 9:45 p.m. East. Then Luna enters Gemini. For your Taurus moon, focus on comfort, maybe even some financial planning. Under your Gemini moon, communicate, socialize, and learn new things. That could be great. Yes, be fruitful and multiply. Definitely. I like that too, Sin. Also, it's a 15 day, and 15 is a great number. It symbolizes love, harmony, family. It's about compassion, nurturing, and the desire to create a peaceful and harmonious environment. So keep that in mind. Maybe this is part of your decluttering, making sure you have harmony in your space. As for aspects on Thursday, well, Mercury in Gemini will square Saturn in Pisces. So definitely be careful with your communications. When in doubt, leave it out. Gemini's tragic flaw might be, well, they might not always know when to shut up, right? And with Saturn in Pisces making this square, there might be some kind of confusion. So when in doubt, leave it out. Use Gemini's adaptability to navigate Pisces' emotional depth. Patience and clarity are key. So definitely be clear. Eric Fromm had this aspect in his chart, Mercury square Saturn, and he actually was able to really do a lot with that. You can actually find his book, The Art of Loving, for free. It must be a public domain because it's everywhere free. I found it on Spotify, in fact, and I was so impressed. I had never heard of The Art of Loving by Erich Fromm, but you can look this up on YouTube, on Spotify. There may be even a free PDF. In The Art of Loving, Erich Fromm speaks of love as a learned skill. He speaks of love as an active process requiring effort, knowledge, and courage. He explores self-love, love for others, and the relationship between love and freedom, which is very important and very interesting. He speaks about how love transcends infatuation, emphasizing care, responsibility, respect, and understanding. He also says that cultivating love leads to personal growth and meaningful connections. So check out The Art of Loving by Erich Fromm. It's all over the internet for free. I checked out Erich Fromm's chart. We actually have a decent time of birth for him. It's really well rated. Even though he was an Aries, another Aries, with his sun conjuncting Mercury, which makes him quite a communicator, but it was Mercury retrograde. This is an example of how Mercury retrograde can actually be a good thing in a chart. It slows him down. And I think that Mercury retrograde in Aries is actually probably really good because Mercury in Aries is really a fast thinker, communicator. But with Mercury retrograde, there's a certain ponderance. And look at all that Sagittarius. He also had his moon on the galactic axis and quite a few planets in Sag. Jupiter, Uranus, the North Node, Chiron, as well as Saturn. Well, Saturn was in Capricorn. But look, he also had quite a bit of Gemini. So Erich Fromm is really good to read up on because we are in the season of Gemini right now. And we're under our Sagittarius full moon cycle. So maybe listen to some Fromm. That could be good. Additionally, on Thursday, well, could it be Satan? Hopefully not. We're going to talk about the West Memphis 3 in the next Astrology of Crime episode, which will be airing this Thursday, June 15th, 1 p.m. Eastern. We'll talk about this very tragic case. Feel free to read up on it or watch some videos on it before the Astrology of Crime episode airs on Thursday. I'd love to hear your thoughts. We're going to talk about what might have actually happened. It's a very tragic case, and it really is extremely controversial. It's very derisive, so we're going to have a lot of fun talking about this while bringing healing for everybody involved. I mean, that really is key to studying these crime cases, to shed light on crime, to heal it, and to also prevent it from happening again, ideally. So join me. The link to that is in the description below if you would like to set a reminder. And then on Friday, well, of course, this is our last day, or depending on where you are, we have our new moon in Gemini. Saturday night for those of us on the Pacific Coast. It's going to be in the 12:36 a.m. on Sunday, technically, for those East Coasters that are watching. The moon will be waning for another day or two. So let it go. Let things go. Tie up loose ends. Make space. And then on Friday, of course, well, it's Venus's day. The planet of love rules the day. So spread as much love around as possible. Also count your blessings. Main issue in terms of manifestation is we get what we were focusing on. We get what we concentrate on. So be sure to focus on what you want, right? Keep your eyes on the prize. The moon will be in Gemini on Friday. Keywords for Gemini include adaptable, communicative, versatile, intellectual, witty, lively, sociable, curious, indecisive, flexible, imaginative, and playful. Definitely prepare to play with this Gemini new moon that we have coming up. And it's a 16-day on Friday. it being the 16th of June. 16 represents introspection, wisdom, and spiritual growth. It's about seeking truth, self-reliance, and the exploration of life's mysteries. And as if that wasn't enough, it's also road trip day. You can embrace life's mysteries by taking a road trip. Embrace the spirit of adventure on road trip day. From spontaneous detours to epic destinations, Friday is your day for thrilling experiences and joyful exploration. Could be really great to do a road trip, especially with the sun in Gemini upon our Gemini new moon. Gemini rules short distance trips. So that could be great. Maybe get in your car and go on a road trip. The world is your oyster, especially under our Sagittarius full moon cycle that we're on. So enjoy road trip day. Maybe you'll go someplace. Or if you're not going anyplace, maybe you take a road trip in your mind or you explore something new. That could be great. And then on Saturday, Saturday, of course, it's one of our last few days of our waning moon cycle. So get stuff gone. Do the unstuck. Let things go. Release and let go. Saturn is the ruler of Saturday, of course, the planet of discipline, restriction, and responsibility. So it pays to have our ducks in a row by Saturday. You may want to get your ducks in a row earlier in the week. So on Saturday, you can look at your ducks and say, they're so pretty. Look at your ducks that are in a row. They're so pretty. And then you get to play under your Gemini moon. Moon will be in Gemini on Saturday. It's a good time to try something new, especially under this new moon cycle, like a different type of cuisine, maybe a new hobby, artistic style, or visit a place that you've never been before. Gemini is very curious, so tap into that curiosity. And 17 is the day on Saturday. 17 symbolizes insight, responsibility, self-discipline, strength, compassion, spiritual consciousness, and wisdom in seeking truth and balance. Very Sagittarius, that sounds to me. Although with the tarot, 17 rules the star card, which is linked to Aquarius. So insight, responsibility, self-discipline, that sounds very Aquarian to me. As for aspects, well, on Saturday, Mercury in Gemini is going to harmoniously sextile Venus in Leo. So this is a great day to go out and have fun. Socializing and creative expression are great for this aspect. Use Gemini's wit and Leo's charm to communicate with warmth, flair, and eloquence. Jim Morrison, one of my favorite guys, favorite musicians, he had this aspect in his chart. His Mercury was in Capricorn and his Venus was in Scorpio. And that makes a lot of sense because he was a very sexy communicator, even with his look, obviously. So maybe listen to some Jimbo on Saturday when you explore something new type of cuisine, etc. That could be great. You have a recipe for strawberry bread? Oh, well, you'll have to share. 17 is one of your numbers? That's pretty awesome. I did say sex. Sex. Additionally, on Saturday, Saturn will retrograde in Pisces. Not a big deal. I mean, it's going to be important, right? It's going to be retrograde from the 17th of June until November 4th this year. Introspection and spiritual growth are key during this period. It's a good time to reevaluate your boundaries, learn from past mistakes, and deepen your compassion. It's a time for inner work, healing past wounds, and understanding your subconscious. So with Saturn in Pisces, it's just sort of almost contradictory. Saturn is like real world, right? And Pisces is that world beyond our world. It's otherworldly. So we have a responsibility to spirituality, to our creativity, and Saturn retrograde is going to help us reflect on that from the 17th of June to the 4th of November. And we're in good company with Saturn retrograde in Pisces. 𝐕𝐢𝐝𝐝𝐞𝐫 of Karate Kid, Cobra Kai fame has this aspect in his chart. Also, Mary Stuart Masterson, the amazing Mary Stuart Masterson, who I adore. She has this. Also, Mary Tyler Moore has Saturn retrograde in Pisces, I believe. And so does Tracy Chapman. She has Saturn in Pisces as well. So enjoy Saturn's retrograde in Pisces, for sure. For sure. And then on Sunday, well, the moment we've all been waiting for. And again, this new moon in Gemini will be taking place at 9:36 p.m. on the 17th of June. If you're on the Pacific Coast, if you're on the East Coast, it's going to be at 12:36 a.m. East on Sunday a.m. So this new moon in Gemini is ideal for setting intentions related to communication, learning, and adaptability. Embrace curiosity, start new intellectual pursuits, and express your ideas. And the sun is the planetary ruler of the day on Sunday, with it being Sunday, of course. So the sun's day connects us to the eternal present moment. It's a day to enjoy your life and to bask in the feeling of being alive. And we have our moon in Gemini, of course, on Sunday until 6:57 a.m. East, at which point Luna will enter Cancer. For your Gemini moon, engage in stimulating conversations. Under your Cancerian moon, be sure to nurture yourself and others. And numerologically on Sunday, well, it's an 18. 18 represents humanitarianism, tolerance, and building something of lasting value. It's about independence, initiative, and the drive to succeed. As for aspects, well, the sun in Gemini will be making a square to Neptune in Pisces. So this energy is going to call for grounding. I'm going to need to be more grounded, right? Because Neptune fuzzies things. It obfuscates things. So you want to hold your horses a little bit and use Gemini's curiosity to explore Pisces dreams. But be sure to stay realistic, reflect, and create for sure. And we will indeed be doing Tarotscopes for your new moon in Gemini. That'll be this week at some point. So stay tuned for that. I will let you know. So thank you all for watching This Week Astrology this week on Red Rose Day. Be sure to get yourself a rose, or somebody you love a rose, even better. And of course, if you are curious as to what is going on in your life, well, I can help you figure out what's going on. We can look at what's going on in your chart and what's in your cards for a reading. I also do long-term coaching, as well as gift certificates and parties in the City of Angels. PsychicSun.com for all of that. The link to my website is in the description below. And I hope everybody has a wonderful day, especially a Red Rose Day, right? Enjoy your red roses. Enjoy this week with your Aries moon. And I shall see you soon. Take good care, everybody. Bye-bye.